I'm sharing a quick testimony of how God blessed me. So this is the first year that I have celebrated my birthday multiple times in a month. I don't recall ever celebrating my birthday multiple times in a month. And so I was looking for something to do, and I was thinking, like, I want to go to a comedy show. And remember that God speaks like that too. Like, God will give you idea to let you know, like, this is what I'm doing for you. And so all of a sudden, I was looking for him, and then I just, like, stopped. And then all of a sudden, God placed Kev On Stage on my timeline. And he was having a tour, and he was coming. And so I was praying with one of my sisters in Christ, who I met from being a client, and God told me we meant to be a part of each other's life forever. And we were praying, and God was like, I'm about to send you provision to get this concert ticket. And God was like, say it out loud. And I just started saying it out loud, and I just started crying real hard. And she sent me the money on Cash App to get the ticket, so she paid for my ticket. Then, like a few days before the comedy show, I looked at the weather, and it said it was raining, and God said, I'm going to stop the rain for you. And then before we went to the event, okay, so when I purchased the tickets, it gave you the option to pay for parking, and God was like, no, don't worry about parking, like, it's going to be free. And so we went downtown or whatever, because it was downtown in Detroit, and we pulled into a parking lot for $30 parking, and it was a parking space right across the street, like enough for my daughter to fit, like right in front of a driveway. And my daughter's like, I don't want to get a ticket. And I was just hearing God say, like, you're not. And even the parking lot man who was in the parking lot for $30, he was like, yeah, you can fit right there. You probably the only one. And that was God saying, confirming, like, I saved this spot just for you. And it did not rain, even though it was raining all day. It did not rain. And then when we were leaving, it was just like not even sprinkling, but like not even drizzling. It was just enough not to even affect anybody. And then, when we was driving, it started sprinkling a little bit, but then it eventually stopped. And so I also had dropped $20, but I didn't know when I was giving my daughter the keys to her truck. And the lady behind me was like, excuse me, I think one of you dropped $20. So these are all the unique ways that God blessed me. We also didn't have to wait in any long line, and we just had an amazing time. And I also had ordered an outfit twice by mistake, and I was going to give it to my daughter's grandmother. And turns out, like, God wanted me and my daughter to match. And this is another way how God do things in advance, because I had plans to match with my daughter, right? The event was on a Sunday. My daughter's dad bought her and him matching outfits for the Saturday. So it's like God planned for my daughter to match her parents on the weekend. Like, these are things and ways that God worked that people just don't realize. God is so good. I love you. And most importantly, God does too. I just wanted to spread you some joy and light, and just share how God works in our life. And God will start to reveal all the ways that you may not have realized God is working in your life. Really, it's God all the time keeping you safe, but God just is going to start highlighting stuff to you more and more and more and more and more.